Well, what I do realize is that as of right now, no other Chicago Sky game.
We're diving into a spicy topic that's got the WNBA world buzzing: the Chicago Sky's decision to move 2 of their 2025 home games against the Indiana Fever to the United Center, the biggest basketball arena in the country. If you've been following the league, you know this isn't just about venue logistics. It's a story of star power, ticket sales, and a stark contrast between 2 of the WNBA's brightest young talents, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Buckle up, because we're about to unpack this drama in a way that's going to make you rethink what's driving women's basketball right now. A tale of 2 arenas, let's set the stage. The Chicago Sky have been calling Wintrust Arena home for years. It's a solid venue, cozy with just over 10,000 seats, perfect for the intimate vibe of a WNBA game. But for the 2025 season, the Sky are shaking things up. They've announced that 2 of their home games, both against the Indiana Fever, will be played at the United Center, a massive 21,000-seat colossus usually reserved for the Chicago Bulls and the occasional mega concert.
Have been moved to the United Center, except for one, Indiana Fever.
This isn't a random flex. It's a calculated move, and it's got everyone talking. Why the United Center? Well, it's not because the Sky suddenly decided they love the acoustics of a bigger arena. It's about one name: Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever's rookie sensation has been rewriting the WNBA's record books, not just with her on-court performance, but with her ability to pack arenas. Last season, Clark didn't just draw crowds, she created a cultural phenomenon. Nearly 341,000 fans flocked to Fever games in 2024, setting a franchise attendance record and leaving every other team, including the Chicago Sky, in the dust. Now contrast that with Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky's own rookie star. Reese is a force on the boards, a rebounding machine with a magnetic personality and a TikTok following that rivals pop stars. She's been vocal about her role in elevating the WNBA, claiming fans are tuning in for her just as much as for Clark. But here's where the plot thickens. Not a single Sky game featuring Reese has been moved to a larger venue, not one. The only games getting the United Center treatment are the ones where Caitlin Clark is coming to town. Ouch. Angel Reese's frustration. A star in the shadows, let's talk about Angel Reese for a minute. If you've seen her play, you know she's the real deal. Her rebounding numbers are jaw-dropping and her hustle is undeniable. Off the court, she's a marketing dynamo with endorsement deals and a social media presence that screams, "I'm here to stay." But lately, Reese has been sounding a little frustrated, and it's not hard to see why.
United Center. It'll also play host to a pair of WNBA games for the first time this season. The Sky announcing their matchups, hosting the Indiana Fever. Will be moved from Wintrust to the UC, has about double the capacity, so...
In a recent press conference, Reese didn't hold back. Why are only Caitlin Clark's games getting moved to the United Center? She asked, her confusion tinged with a hint of betrayal. To her, it feels like the Sky's front office is throwing her under the bus, prioritizing Clark's star power over her own contributions. Reese has been adamant that she's just as much a draw as Clark, that fans are packing arenas to see her play. But the numbers and the Sky's scheduling decisions tell a different story. It's a tough pill to swallow. Reese has worked tirelessly to carve out her place in the WNBA, and she's not wrong to feel overlooked. But the reality is harsh. Right now, Caitlin Clark is the golden ticket. Fans aren't just showing up to see a good game, they're showing up to see her. And when you're a rookie trying to establish yourself as a co-star in a league that suddenly found its spotlight, that kind of disparity stings. The Caitlin Clark effect, a one-woman economic boom. So, what's behind the Caitlin Clark mania? Let's break it down. When Clark stepped onto the WNBA scene in 2024, she didn't just bring her deadly three-point shot, she brought an audience, a big one.
Asking for, which was to schedule the games against the Fever at the United Center. And also, in case you weren't already aware, the United Center is the biggest basketball arena in the country. Both home.
The Indiana Fever's home games at Gainbridge Fieldhouse were sellouts, with crowds averaging nearly 17,000 fans per game. That's almost double the 9,000 fans the Chicago Sky were pulling in for Reese's games. On the road, Clark's impact was even more staggering, with Fever games seeing a 36% spike in away attendance compared to other WNBA teams. But it's not just about bodies and seats. Clark's presence is a financial juggernaut. According to WNBA estimates, she was responsible for over a quarter of the league's revenue in 2024. That's not pocket change. That's a one-woman stimulus package for a league that's been fighting for profitability for decades. From ticket sales to merchandise, concessions, and even parking, Clark's games are a goldmine. When she came to Chicago last season, Wintrust Arena was bursting at the seams, and fans were clamoring for more access. The Sky's front office took one look at their end-of-year financials and said, "Yeah, we're not leaving that money on the table again." Hence, the United Center. With double the capacity of Wintrust, it's not just about giving fans a better view, it's about cashing in on Clark's
point. One fan saying, "Let's go Fever taking over the United Center. I can't wait." The Angel Reese effect, no. They know better.
Let's be real. The Chicago Sky aren't playing favorites, they're playing smart. This isn't about snubbing Angel Reese or crowning Caitlin Clark the queen of the WNBA. It's about dollars and cents. The Sky spent all of 2024 at Wintrust Arena, hosting every home game there, including all of Reese's appearances. Despite her highlight reel plays and viral moments, the crowds never warranted a venue upgrade. But when Clark and the Fever rolled into town, the demand was undeniable. Tickets were resold for thousands, and fans were lining up like it was a playoff game. Sky president Adam Fox tried to spin the United Center move as a way to reward fans' passion, but let's not kid ourselves. If this was really about Sky fans, they'd be moving more than just 2 games to the bigger arena. This is about maximizing profit when the WNBA's biggest draw comes to town. It's not favoritism, it's capitalism, and the Sky aren't alone. Teams across the WNBA are following suit. The Washington Mystics moved their Fever game to Baltimore's CFG Bank Arena, which seats nearly 15,000. The Connecticut Sun relocated their Clark matchup to Boston's TD Garden. The Las Vegas Aces, Atlanta Dream, and Dallas Wings have all upgraded venues for Fever games. This isn't a coincidence, it's a trend, and it's driven by one player, Caitlin Clark. The numbers don't lie, a tale of 2 rookies. If you're still not convinced, let's let the stats do the talking.
Better than to leave free money on the table when the face card comes to town. Yeah, man, because we remember last time Caitlin Clark was there, bro, the arena erupted.
In 2024, the Indiana Fever didn't just break their attendance record, they obliterated it, surpassing the previous WNBA single-season mark by 36%. That record had stood since 2001, back when Angel Reese was still in middle school. The Fever hit the 20,000 fan mark 3 times last season, turning regular season games into playoff-level spectacles. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky's biggest crowd during Reese's rookie year? It wasn't even in 2024. It was back in 2016, when 16,000 fans showed up to watch the Sky lose to the Sparks. Since then, Sky attendance has been, well, underwhelming. When Clark and Reese shared the court last season, the energy was electric. Ticket prices skyrocketed, and arenas were packed to the rafters. But when Reese played without Clark, the vibe was noticeably quieter. Attendance dipped, ticket prices stabilized, and the frenzy evaporated. It's not that fans don't love Reese. She's got a loyal following, and her double-doubles are nothing to sneeze at. But Clark is operating on a different level, transforming the WNBA's economic landscape in a way Reese hasn't yet matched. Here's a stat that sums it up. Clark's games averaged nearly 17,000 fans, while Reese's hovered around 9,000. That's not just a gap, it's a chasm. And it's not just about Chicago. Wherever Clark played, arenas filled up. The Fever saw a 36% increase in road attendance, while other teams, including the Sky, saw no such boost. The evidence is clear. Clark is the needle mover, the player who's redefining what success looks like in the WNBA.
Sky have had to move 2 of their home games to a larger facility, a larger basketball facility. I'm sure, no doubt, this is the
Angel Reese's narrative. Fighting for the spotlight now, let's give Angel Reese her due. She's not just a talented player, she's a cultural force. Her TikTok videos rack up millions of views, and her off-court ventures, like her involvement in the 3x3 League, show she's thinking beyond the hardwood. Reese has been vocal about her role in the WNBA's growth, insisting that fans are watching for her just as much as for Clark. The reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, she said in an interview. It's because of me too. And I want y'all to realize that. It's a bold claim, and you've got to respect the confidence. Reese is trying to script her own narrative, positioning herself as a co-star in the league's ascent. But the reality is tougher to spin. If Reese were truly driving attendance at Clark's level, the Sky would be moving her games to bigger arenas. They'd be leveraging her name to sell out the United Center. Instead, the only venue upgrades are for Clark's visits. That's not a conspiracy, it's just the market speaking. Reese's frustration is understandable. She's worked hard to build her brand, and she's delivered on the court with consistent double-doubles and a knack for grabbing headlines. But the WNBA is a business, and businesses follow the money. Right now, that money is tied to Caitlin Clark. Reese can post all the TikToks she wants, but until her games start filling arenas the way Clark's do, the front office is going to keep making the same call. The fan reaction.
Angel Reese effect. I've got no doubts, no qualms. There's nothing. She even told me herself right here that it's not.
A divided court. If you've been scrolling through social media, you know this United Center move has sparked some serious debate. Fans are buzzing and the reactions are anything but subtle. Clark's supporters are eating it up, pointing to the undeniable economic impact of her star power. Caitlin is giving every team a fundraising game, one fan tweeted, laughing at the idea of an Angel Reese effect. Another quipped, every venue CC plays in, Caitlin Clark effect, period, but
the hottest tickets in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark coming back to the city that she owns, coming back to Chicago after Chicago gave her